Hey friends, Rose here. Welcome back to the studio. Today's session is all about the shoulders and the shoulder blades. Your friends and family are really going to love this. The tools that we're using are our palms, our forearms, and the tip of our elbow. But we have to be really careful, and I'll review some of that as we get going. So pay attention and let's go. Never want to mow over bony landmarks. The spinous process is the main one to be careful of. But look at the spine of the scapula. That doesn't hurt so much when you touch it, but we'll be aware of that. Now, here's the muscles that we'll be focusing on. The trapezius runs from the base of the neck all the way down the mid-back. And then you have the spinous processes that peek through, and the deltoid off to the side. Here we're going to do a catwalk across the shoulders. We call this area the hood of the trapezius. Feel for tight areas and just push them down. Also pay attention to your own posture. Here I'm just leaning on Emily and using my body weight. Now I'm going to gather the hood of the trap and just knead at it. And don't neglect the neck. That was last session, but we'll include that as well. Get both sides. Then you grab it and squeeze between your fingers and your thumbs. You can shift and pull it up, pull it back, squeeze it and pull it forward. And again, I want you to take a look at the hood of the trap. That's it, up top, right at the base of the neck. Squeeze, squeeze. Have your person breathe into it, especially if it hurts. Get a nice deep breath going. Here is what it looks like when you mesh and shift. Pull it back. Pull that hood of the trap posteriorly. Now I'm leaning my forearm down and I'm stretching those tissues to the side, being aware of not pressing on those bony landmarks that we pointed out earlier. Now I'm going up a little bit on my elbow, but always get the other side as well. Make sure you don't hold tension in your hand. Make sure you are standing behind the chair that you're using comfortably. You want to make sure there's no tension in your back, your hands, your arms as you are delivering these wonderful techniques to your family. Shift and circle. Now I like to do these little soldiers walking. This feels so good. But again, it's a different tool, fingertips. I'm feeling around for areas that are really tight. So then when I go back and place my forearm or my elbow down, I know that I want to revisit those areas. Now I'm taking my knuckles and I'm just raking laterally out toward that deltoid. Now I'm gathering up that that deltoid, and I'm getting the anterior part and I'm pulling it back. Other times you'll get the back side and pull it forward. As shown right here. Gather it up and stretch it and pull it. Right now your body will probably be purring. Here I'm outlining the anterior aspect and the posterior. And it does come down into a point, and you usually feel that connection. It creates a little knob there, so do circles on that. Then I'm doing some thumb rakes, following the fibers of the muscle. Knead and fluff. Now I'm taking all the paraspinal muscles and I'm just stretching them gently with the palm of my hand laterally. Again, lean your body weight on to your subject so you're not putting any tension on your body. I am just leaning over her. This is broad and general. Now with the thumbs, you're getting a little more specific. I am sinking in, right there, spinous process, and I want to move the tissues away from the spinous process. I know hunters call the muscles that lay in the groove the back straps. So if you like that idea, it can also be the filet mignon. That is the area you just want to stretch off to the side. Use fingertips, use palms, use thumbs, use knuckles. All of these are great tools. And again, I'm showing you the spinous process. We're working right next to it, but not on it. That would not be fun. What you do on one side, you always want to repeat on the other side. I like switching back and forth from my fingertips to my thumbs so nothing wears out. These tools are very fragile, so you want to take care of them. The elbow is not so fragile, but right here I'm using the forearm and I'm slowly sliding down. I start at the hood of the trap and then I'm going into those muscles along the spine and in between the shoulder blades. Again, find the spine and go next to it. After you use your elbows a few times, you start getting sensitivity through it, and you will feel bony landmarks with your elbow. So make sure you stay off of them. I want to shift toward the head and toward the low back, going back and forth in that. We call it the lamina groove. And that's where those paraspinal muscles that go from the base of the neck all the way down to the sacrum or the lower spine. Now I'm stretching them out. So first I shift up and down. And you can see she had a little spot there. I'm doing circles on it. And then I want to stretch out to the side. They're little movements. And don't forget, you don't have to have a special massage chair. If you have a countertop chair, a little higher than a regular table chair, you put a couch pillow, and the person feels just as comfortable. Now I'm going back up the other way. Feel for the spine, stay off of that, one side or the other. Plant your forearm or your elbow. Here I'm stretching all that tissue off to the side. Feel free to stop this at any point and do the movements, practice them, and then just restart it when you're ready to go on. If your family is enjoying these sessions, please consider subscribing to my channel, because I will be going through the whole body and eventually on to a table as well. Here I'm getting the rotator cuff muscles, but I'm also getting the lat. And that lat we'll discuss more in another video. Just knead it, make sure your stance is good so you're not hurting your back. Here I'm working on the back of the scapula. It's one of the biggest of the 4 rotator cuff muscles. I'm just circling it, I slide around, and any areas that feel bunchy or tight, give them a little extra time. Fingertips are fine, but you can also use the tip of your elbow if your fingertips and your thumb starts to hurt. Here, I'm above the spine of the scapula. It might look like I'm on the hood of the trap, but I am not. This is another rotator cuff muscle. Right now I'm finding the infraspinatus and the teres major and minor. They're along the lateral border of that scapula. The teres minor is the one that is part of the rotator cuff. It goes all the way up to the head of the humerus, which is your upper arm bone. But take those tissues, stretch them, pull them. Check in with your body, ask if it hurts. Ask if they can use more pressure. Here, I'm pulling the arm behind to lift the medial border of that scapula. And again, you can put your fingertips under there, even your elbow, and stretch it and pull it over the elbow. This might look uncomfortable, but Miss Emily, I believe she was purring. I hope you enjoyed this session. Thanks for joining us. And in the comments below, please let me know how it went for you. If you have any questions, feel free to put them down there, and I certainly will answer. Make it a great day.